How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to some more Link to the Past. In today's video we're going to be going through Turtle Rock, which I really like this dungeon. I think that it has easier enemies, I feel, than Misery Mire, so it's not quite as, I guess, tedious in terms of fighting, but I do feel some of the puzzles and some of the hazards are more difficult than Misery Mire was, so it kind of balances out. Like, Misery Mire was really there to be difficult with the annoying Wizrobes and whatnot, and this place is just kind of horrendous with evil eyeballs that shoot out of walls and try to kill you, and a few other hazards which we'll come across. But you know, the fact that I'm uploading this video shows that I did it semi-successfully. So this room here with all the torches is, I would say, my least favorite room in all of A Link to the Past. Might notice it's a little bit cut up around here. This room, it did take me a bajillion tries, and I'm so grateful for the save states, because when I was younger, I did this on the virtual console. The way it took me forever to do this room, like, it was horrendous. But thankfully, with the power of rewinding, this room is no longer a hazard, so I'm grateful for that, because I don't care that I had to rewind for that room. It is something else. Like, excuse me. I personally think it's worse than any of the rooms in Ganon's Tower. It's just, it is horrible getting the timing down for those. Like, I know there's some torch rooms in Ganon's Tower as well, but that room there is just, it is something special that I do not like. So, it's done, so it's all good. But I really like this dungeon's item, although it is possible to lose it. There's an enemy, a like that can eat our shield, which I believe is only in the Game Boy Advance version, so, and it's limited to one area, I think, so we don't really need to worry too much about ever losing our shield. But if you do lose it, you can always buy it back from the shop, so you're all good there. And then we got another little floor tile room, which I don't think they ever really explain why the floor tiles just come to life and try and attack you. But it is Zelda, so it works, you know? Sometimes you just gotta deal with the floor tiles. And I think they're supposed to be like forming a skull shape on the floor. I believe that's what it looks. Well, it looks like a skull shape, but I think that's what it's supposed to be as well. Perhaps all the dungeons are haunted by some sort of skull creature. I don't know. I think that was only just the Ice Palace that you could pull those tongues from those weird monster things from, which is a little weird. I think it was a cool idea, but like with some of these ideas in the game, I feel like they're not used very often, or not used enough. Just some of them, like, I can understand why these little floaty platform things weren't used very often, because it's really annoying to deal with traversal and whatnot, but I think there's still some enjoyment to be found. I mean, just because I don't think it's particularly a good puzzle, or I don't know, I just feel like the cane is just such a weird item. I mean, you can't hookshot off the blocks as far as I remember. And that would make, in my opinion, I feel like throwing the block somewhere and then having that be like your means of crossing over using the hookshot, I feel like that would have been really cool. But you know, they don't do that, and I don't really think there's any other game that does happen in. Because this is the only game with the cane, right? Game with the cane. That sounds funny. I don't know. I don't think there's any other ones. Maybe there is. Maybe the Oracle games, but I can't remember. Or was there a Minish Cap? I don't even know. See, I'm playing too many Zelda games all too close to each other, and it's getting me all confuzzled. So for this room here, what we gotta do is try not to die and push one of the blocks over. I think it's this one on the side. Yep. Well, we get bullied by these chain chomps. So I believe what you're supposed to do is use the magic cape and that way they won't attack you. But, you know, I got so much stuff on me that I couldn't care less. See, he got a fairy. And it didn't fly away. Because there's been a few times where I was about to pick up a fairy, and the sucker just decides he wants to fly away from me. That's not cool. So, I'm very grateful that that one did not fly away. Now, I might understand why they want to fly away. Like, what happens to them once Link takes them? Do they die? Are they just a part of Link? I don't know. I don't know the specifics, but I don't think it's enjoyable for them, so hopefully they're in a better place. If not, oh well. But they did a good job. That's all that matters. Oh, this isn't the room I thought it was. I guess I can talk about the dungeon item. So, shields in this game, I've always felt were a little interesting. Sure, you have the shield in Zelda 1, Zelda 2, but I feel this game, like, possibly started to, like, innovate on the shield, like, improve every aspect of it. Because you do have the shield upgrades, and you did have the magic shield, I think, in Zelda 1. Maybe you had something in Zelda 2 as well. I know you have some sort of shield, but this game, it really feels like they were starting to, like, get the ball rolling for what the shield could all do and whatnot. And I really like that each shield you get is an upgrade from the previous, I should say. Like, the, what's this called? The magical shield? Whatever it is, it's an improvement over your standard shield because it can block the fireballs. And this next shield that we're going to be getting here, called the mirror shield, is an improvement because it allows you to block, like, light beams. And it's stepping up their game. Link's getting the big stuff, so. Plus it matches with the sword that we have currently, so. I don't know, I feel that they did a good job with making everything fit together, like, all look the part. Like, we're getting the blue tunic, or we have the blue mail, whatever it's called. Getting the upgraded swords and the mirror shield, and I feel it all really fits together because the yellow shield goes with Link's hat, and so does the level 4 sword goes with Link's hat. So they definitely did a good job there, just making everything fit. Props to Nintendo. And for some reason they keep on bringing those yellow little bunny ball things, which they don't hurt you, but they're a little annoying sometimes. And that fairy just... That's one of the things I was talking about. Those fairies just do not feel like healing me, so... Sometimes you gotta endure and survive. So we're coming up now on a spot that you can miss an item here that is extremely valuable. That being said, it is a piece of heart. And this is not just any piece of heart. This is the final piece of heart in the game. If you've been following along, playing the game with me, this is going to be your last piece of heart, meaning the last heart container is going to be obtained by this dungeon boss. And it's pretty sad because it's been a good adventure, you know? Gotten like 24 pieces of heart, I think. I think that's how many there is. So it's been a wild ride. Because I remember there was a time when we couldn't even kill these guys with one sword hit. And now here we are. Killing them with a level 3 Master Sword. How time has flied. And there it is. I really like that they decided to give Link so many hearts for this game. Like, I wasn't alive when Zelda 1 or Zelda 2, or when this game came out. Or Ocarina of Time, for that matter. However, I was alive when Majora's Mask came out. That tells you something. And I'm glad that they decided that the Zelda 2 method, just the whole RPG aspect of that game, I am very glad that it might not have been super successful. If they saw that, hey, we can improve upon what we started, and I'm glad that they went the way they did, because if they didn't, we wouldn't have Link to the Past, and who knows where Zelda would be now. Who knows how far it would have come. Maybe it would have been like Final Fantasy. I don't know. See, Final Fantasy works. I feel like because it was unique, like kind of one of its own kind. But I don't know. I don't think Zelda would have. I don't think there's any way it would have went the Final Fantasy route. I don't know. But I'm very glad for Link to the Past. Bringing in all these cool ideas and whatnot. I mean, we did have a lot of the same stuff in Zelda 1, but what A Link to the Past did is just improved on everything, you know? The shields, the swords, the defense upgrades. They just did a really good job. See, now I was actually being smart using my magic cape because I didn't want to take unnecessary damage. Now, don't expect to see a whole lot of that because there are times when I just say, I don't care if I take damage. And that can be a little dangerous, but it's all for a good cause. I feel like this room here I'm not entirely bothered by, like with that upstairs torch room. This room's pretty cool because it's got all the lava things going around. See, it's not the part that I don't like about the upstairs room. It's not that like you could fall off easily or anything. I mean, I feel like you can't really fall off easily. It's the timed aspect, which I don't really feel like tight timing has any place in Zelda. It just doesn't feel right. Just never really has to me. And all this, although this room is a little bit tricky, just kind of maneuvering your way around, you just gotta use the little indications on the lines that they give you to find your way around. It can be maybe a little difficult to see at times, but you know, you figure it out. So I like this room here, because it actually makes use of your new shield. Although you do get jumped by that one guy, which is a little unfortunate. But it's cool that they really had you use your shield in this room, because throughout the game you don't really use it too much. And actually throughout like Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, there's not really a use like this, so it is cool that they use the whole spin attack, like holding your shield off to the side to get through this room. Although you could use the magic cape, or the cane of Burnia, however it's called. But, you know, I feel like having your shields is a cool aspect. Because what was that? Link's Awakening? You had to use it to get into the, was it Turtle Rock there too? When you have to use it? I think it might be Turtle Rock. I can't remember for certain. So I think shield minigames or shield puzzles are really cool. And I believe all of this area leads to is just some storage. And we are just about at the boss of the dungeon, so if you want to stack up on some fairies there, you can. You can just enter and re-exit, or exit the cave and re-enter, and then get your stuff that way. You might be able to fall from the top of the mountain. I don't think you can, but maybe you can. But I don't think the dungeon boss is too overly difficult at this point. So I did recently kind of mess around with some glitches in Link to the Past. I did it on the SNES version because, well, the Virtual Console SNES version, because I don't think you can do some of the glitches on the Game Boy version. And the exploration glitch I find really interesting because you can get a whole lot of items early. So I currently have the red mail, and I think I have a majority of the dungeon items. I have the bow, the boomerang. I think I have the Titan's Bit, just a whole bunch of items, and It's really cool to see how far you can go just by using the exploration glitch. Because currently in my game, Zelda's still stuck in Hyrule Castle. Like, I haven't rescued her, but I have so much stuff done. It's really fun because it's. I understand why randomizers are so popular. It's really fun to experience and mess around with the game. So for this boss fight, I am pretty sure you do need the rods. I don't know how you damage these guys otherwise. You just gotta hit them rapidly until they perish. And I think it's slash with your sword as well. So stun them, slash. Otherwise it might just be rapid fire, your crap. Your rods. Your magical rods. And then I guess the spikes in the back are just to kind of deter you from standing back there. But once we get these little two heads taken care of, all that's left is this big guy, which I wonder if that was some sort of Siamese twin thingy. I don't know. And then we just slash that little glowing spot. You can spin attack it if you can land your hits. And then I like the magic cape here because I take damage like crazy and I'm not good at dodging, so it is my best option. And I don't think it's quite as annoying as that, what was it called? The thing that looks like a hamburger that you fight at the Tower of Hera. Not quite as annoying as that guy, but still a hard hitter. So that is going to do it for Total Rock. In the next video, we're going to go to Ganon's Tower. I want to thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.